Good day, learners. For today, we are going to do practice on equations, solving equations. Our first question is, the first question on our practice questions reads as follows. Solve the equation 2x plus 7 equals to 8x minus 5. So let's rewrite it. 2x plus 7 equals to 8x minus 5. We need to first eliminate the constants, and so we'll start with the 7, which is on the left, so that we can remain with x on the left. So we are going to use additive inverse for plus 7 in this case, and it would be 2x plus 7, and then for positive 7, the additive inverse is negative 7. And then on the right, we'll have 8x minus 5. And then because we have added negative 7 on the left, we're also going to add negative 7 on the right. And then 7 minus 7 would give us 0, so we remain with 2x equals to 8x minus 5 minus 7 would give us, or negative 5 minus 7 would give us negative 12. So we have 8x minus 12 on the right. Then now we need to eliminate 8x, and we'll use additive inverse for 8, which is negative 8x. So it would be 8x with a negative 8x and the negative 12. And what we do on the left, we also do on the right. So we're also going to have negative 8x. 2 minus 8 would be minus 6x. And on the right, we'll have 8x minus 8x, which gives us 0. So we'll remain with negative 12. And then the multiplicative inverse of negative 6 is a negative 6th. So which means we are going to divide by negative 6. And we will remain with x on the left. And what we do on the left, we also do on the right. We'll divide by negative 6. And our answer would be 2. So x represents 2. Let's move on to the next one. Solve the following equation by trial and improvement. Our first equation is 4x minus 18 equals to 6. Remember, trial and improvement means that we can try a few numbers and see how we are close to the answer. So let's take, for argument's sake, 1 here. So 4 multiplied by 1 minus 18, can that give us 6? 4 times 1 is 4 minus 18. Can that give us 6? 4 minus 18 is negative 14, and that is not equals to 6. And it's actually very far from 6. So let's use 4 this time. So it would be 4 multiplied by 4 minus 18 equals to 6. 4 times 4 is 16 minus 18 equals to 6. And that would be negative 2, and it's still not equals to 18, and equals to 6. So we are, however, closer to 6. And so we can use, let's jump one more number and use 6, so that it is 4 and 6 minus 18 equals to 6. So 4 times 6 is 24 minus 18 equals to 6. 24 minus 18 is 6. So our equation balances when 6 on the left is equal to 6 on the right. So x is represented by 6. So our value of x is 6. Let's look at the next one. 20 plus 5x equals to 100. Let's look at that equation together. So we have 20. Let's try 5. 20 plus 5, because I'm looking for a number that when multiplied by 5, when you add 22, you should get 100. Now, that number, let's say we have 5. So 5 times 5 is 25, and 20 and 25 is 45, and that is not equals to 100. All right, let's try 10, because 45 is very far from 100. So let's try 10. So we'll then have 20 plus 5 multiplied by 10 equals to 100. And then 5 times 10 is 50, and 20 plus 50 is 70, and it's still not equals to 100. So let's try 20. 20 plus 5 times 20 equals to 100. 25 times 20 is 100. So 20 plus 100 is 120, which is not equal to 100. So we've moved over the number that we're supposed to find. So let's go back a little and let's try 16. So it would be 20 plus 5 multiplied by 16, that gives us 100. And then 25 times 16 is 80, equals to 100. And yes, 20 plus 80 is 100. So 100 equals to 100. So that means our value of x is 16. That's the correct value of x. Let's move to the next one. Solve this equation. 2 plus x divided by 7 equals to 5. A number, when we add 2 to, a number divided by 7, when you add 2 to that number, it should give you 5. Think of that number, and let's see if we can calculate it mathematically and come up with the same number. So we have 2 plus x divided by 7 equals to 5. We start by eliminating the constants. We've got 2 as a constant on the left and 5 on the right, but we need to find the value of x, and therefore we will eliminate 2 first. Because it is a positive 2, we need to then add a negative 2. So it will be 2 minus 2 plus x divided by 7 equals to 5. What we have done on the left is subtract 2, so we're going to subtract 2 on the right as well. And so 2 subtract 2 is 0, which leaves us with x divided by 7 on the left. And on the right, we have 5 minus 2, which is 3. Then we have the denominator, which is 7. That means that it is a 7th. And we need the multiplicative inverse of a 7th, which is 7. So it's going to be x divided by 7 multiplied by 7. And what we have done on the left, we are also going to do on the right. We're going to multiply by 7. So we remain with x on the left, and on the right, 3 multiplied by 7 gives us 21. So x represents 21. If we are to check our answer, it means it would be 2 plus, in the place of x, we put 21 divided by 7 equals to 5. And then it would be 2 plus 21 divided by 7 is 3, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So our answer is correct. All right, let's go on to the next one. The fourth question says, solve the equation of the product of 5 and x minus 2, which is equals to the product of 7 and 2 minus x. So let's write it out already. 5, we remember when we have a number that is multiplied by a bracket, that number must be multiplied by each term of that bracket. So it would give us 5x minus 10 equals to 7 times 2 is 14, and then 7 times negative x is negative 7x. So that is the equation. And then from that equation, you realize that we have constants on both sides. We start with the constants, and then we move to the x's. So we have negative 10, so it would be 5x minus 10. Additive inverse would be plus 10. That's the additive inverse of negative 10, which equals to 14 plus 10 minus 7x. And then negative 7 and negative 10 and positive 10 would give us 0, and then that would leave us with 5x, and then 14 plus 10 is 24 minus 7x, and then the additive inverse of 7x would be plus 7x, and on the left as well we need to add plus 7x. Let's remove that and write it further, plus 7x. And 5x plus 7x is 12x, and then 7x, negative 7x and positive 7x would give us 0, so we remain with 24. And now we need a multiplicative inverse of 12. 12 and x are multiplied together, so the opposite operation is division. So the multiplicative inverse of 12 is 1/12, and so it would be 12x divided by 12, and 24 would also be divided by 12. 12 divided by 12 is 1. 1 multiplied by x is x, and then 24 divided by 12 is 2. So our value of x in both brackets would be 2. Let's move on to the next one. Solve the equation of 6 divided by x plus 5 equals to 7. 6 divided by x plus 5 equals to 7. The additive, we start with the constants again. The additive inverse of plus 5 is minus 5, and minus 5 on both sides. And then that gives us 0. So we have 6 divided by x, and then 7 minus 5 is 2. And then this time our denominator is x. So that means we need an additive inverse, a multiplicative inverse of x, which is multiplying, which is x, because it is 1 divided by x. So because it is a denominator, we need to multiply by x. So it would be 6 divided by x multiplied by x, and on the right we also do the same. We multiply by x, and then x divided by x would give us 1. 1 multiplied by 6 would be 6, and on the right 2 times x is 2x. And now we need a multiplicative inverse of 2, which will be a half, and so it would be divided by 2 on both sides, and 2 divided by 2 would give us 1. 1 multiplied by x is x, and then 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our value of x is 3. Let's stop there for now. Let's go for an ad break. See you soon.